For translations, I'm going to look at this graph here of y equals x. Every value I put in for y happens to, or for x, happens to be the value of y. So if I put in a 1 for x, I go up 1 for y, and so forth. If I compare that to this graph here of y equals x plus 2, I realize it's the same graph as the one on here on the left, with the only difference being that it moved it up a value of 2. And in my equation, y equals x plus 2, this 2 is going to translate that graph upward 2. If I take and I look at the same idea with y equals the root of x, I can translate this graph y equals the root of x plus 2 by putting a plus 2 on the outside of it. Now, what were to happen, though, if I were to look at putting that y equals x plus 2, the root of x plus 2, inside the same equation? So it's underneath the root sign. If I did this, this is going to go ahead and plot some points. It's going to give me a different action. Notice it moved it to the left, too. This is a unique observation that we've made here, that if I put a plus 2 underneath the root, it actually translates it to the left by a value of 2. If I, with that same idea, if I move over here and look at y equals x squared, that's my original. If I said y equals x plus y equals x plus 3 squared, that's going to move it to my left 3 units. So anything on the inside of the term, whether it be a square root or a squared term, is going to move it that many units to the left, 3 units to the left. If this was a negative 3, it would move it 3 units to the right. I go ahead and do is look at a combination of that here with this graph here, and I look at y equals x plus 3 squared plus 2. This is going to move it up 2 and left 3. Now the important thing you want to realize with translations is that this sign here is saying this is moving it left, this is moving it up. And at first observation we might get confused on how that can be, but what we're really saying is the value of this would be x minus h and x plus k. So what I'm doing is I'm moving this one negative 3, a negative negative is a positive, and this is moving up 2.